Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about storing data using Windows Phone 7.1 isolated storage APIs. Isolated storage is an old technique which was introduced in Windows Phone 7.1 SDK and which is still valid in Windows Phone 8. The namespace required for it is system.io.isolated storage. Here are a few terms which you would need to know for using isolated storage in Windows Phone. Isolated storage file. It represents a storage containing files and directories. Isolated file stream exposes a file stream access to a file stored within isolated storage. Isolated storage settings. It is a very nice name value pair dictionary which is basically used to store the settings of your application. Let's take a quick demo about how to store files or data using isolated storage. Let's create a new project using Visual Studio 2012. Let's name it isolated storage demo. We have to choose our target OS as Windows Phone 8.0. Let's create some user controls so that we can access. Let's create one text box. Let's create one button to save data, one to load data, and a text block to display data. Okay, now let's arrange them. Button to load data, save data, and one to display text. Let's make save data, load data. Let's make data box, result box. Now let's add an event handler, click event to save data button. Firstly we need to add namespace using system.io.isolated storage. Now here we need to write our code to save the data. Let's start using isolated storage file isit is equals to isolated storage file dot get user store for application using isolated file stream is equals to isf dot create file my data dot store. So now we have created a file using fstream. Again let's create a stream reader, stream writer, sorry, we need to write a file stream writer is equals to new stream writer. Let's resolve by using system.io. Writer dot write line data box dot text writer dot close. Oh sorry, I need to just add the fstream here, that is the stream of which we use in this writer form. So here's the code. Firstly we have created object for isolated storage file and get the user storage for applications. Now we have created a stream for fstream isolated storage file stream and created a file mydata.store. Then we have created a stream writer object, and this writer object writes the write line to the content in the text box and closes it. let's have this page. Now we need to write data code for load data also. Let's do it. Okay, so we start using isolated storage file. Isif is equals to isolated storage file dot get store for application. If isif dot file exists, my data dot store. We are using this as a defensive programming to check whether a file exists or not. Using isolate file stream f stream is equals to isif dot open file my data dot store file mode dot open. Again we will create an object for stream reader this time. Reader is equals to new stream reader x stream reader. Okay, let's put in the result box. Result box dot text is equals to reader dot read reader dot close. Yes, now we are done. Let's debug this. Okay, what's this? Now do it. Our app is successfully deployed. Now we're connecting to an emulator. Now our app is deployed on an emulator. It's being loaded. Okay, this is our app. We have a text box, two buttons, one to save data, one to load data, and text block to display the result. Okay, let's do it. Should yeah, save it. The data has been saved. We will isolate storage my data.store. Now let's check whether data has been saved or not. Let's load the data. Now you can see that we have a Shivam Saxena. That means our data was successfully saved and loaded. That was all using isolated storage for Windows Phone 7.1 APIs. Have a nice day.